please watch this video in its entirety, which will really help me in the algorithm of YouTube. And also be sure to give this video a like, and if you haven't already, subscribe to this channel and ask all your friends to subscribe with you as well. If you're interested in this product, there'll be a link in the description of this video that is a referral link that might give me a small commission, where you can find one of these on Amazon or eBay. Alright, we're going to unbox this digital portable TV. It is D10. Got this on Amazon. No name brand or anything on it, but it does have a Li-P Polymer battery inside. It does have an ATSC tuner for North American reception. I had that in the bag. So here's the. I'm gonna pull this part out. Let's put that there. So here's the TV or monitor. There's buttons are on the side here. It's got your input volume and all the controls. Kind of a weird setting, but it also has your antenna input, your VGA, your antenna your AV in, your AV out, a headphone jack, an HDMI input, a USB input, a charge indicator, and the on-off switch. I'll turn it on just so you see it fire up. I gotta do the setup. There you go. The Leadstar. It's a Leadstar portable TV. And it's just going to go through all the settings. And it also comes with, the power supply. It uses one of these for the AC adapter. And it also comes with a DC plug. So if you want to watch TV in the car or in a camper, and I'm actually using this for off-grid camping, so it's kind of nice to have a DC power supply to power this thing off of, just plug it into the battery. And it also comes with a TV remote with the option. I think it'll be easier for the setup to actually use the remote. Pretty much the same buttons, but the scheme is just set up nicer. Place the antenna near window or outdoor for better signal, of course. Good point. So it has this magnetic tipped antenna, little connection here. I am not going to do a scan with this because I will not pick up anything with this antenna in my house, but I do get several channels on my rooftop antenna. It also comes with this little suction cup thingamajig. I'm not going to peel it off because maybe I'll try to use it at some point. And then the mount, which screws onto the back of this monitor here. Oh yeah, and it does have a, basically it looks like my tripod mount. So at least I can put it, like, even use one of my tripods possibly and connect it on to that. So there's the antenna. There's this for AV in and out. So if you want to hook up your Sega Genesis, your DVD player, your Atari computer, your Nintendo, I don't know, any kind of old, the wires are very thin though, so I wouldn't bend these too hard. Here's the user manual. That's for all the steps and stages. One of the cool things about this too is it does have a video player, so you can plug like a a storage device with video files, and it'll play MP4s. So that's also a cool feature. It's not a tablet. It does kind of look like a tablet, but it's yeah. They mentioned it had a VGA. I don't have the one thing is it has this VGA plug, which I've never seen a plug like that. It looks like a old USB plug, but I don't. Oh yeah, and there's an large SD card mount on the top of it, and there's the mount, and it also has this little stand here on the back of it to lean it against things. don't know how much I trust that. I'll snap that back in place. It's not a touch screen, but...
One thing I noticed is the brand of this TV set was different than the website stated. It was a Leadstar, and on their website it was a Lair Run. Just was this different brands, and I've noticed other products on Amazon are like that as well.
Let me see if I can figure out the setup on this thing. So I got my remote here, and here's the OK, the enter button. So I got time zone Atlantic, Eastern time format, 12-hour. So it gives you a option to do air or cable. I'm going to go with air. Hopefully it's not going to do a scan. It is doing a scan. I don't have an antenna hooked up to it now, so because you got to have the antenna hooked up. So I'll skip that set. No signal. Menu. There you go. You go to the menu. Push the menu button on the remote. And you got your channel set up so you can do your auto scan. 5-volt power antenna on. Oh yeah, so it must have like some sort of a... I want that off. That's interesting. That's an amplifier. Is that built into the TV set? I don't want to break my antenna, so I might want to leave that off. Lock, system lock, password and all that. I'm not going to bother with that. Closed captioning, setup wizard. You can go through the setup wizard again if you wanted to actually go through that, because I backed out of it. The time, auto sleep, never. We'll just die for 6 hours. Never. I'll leave it on never for now. Sound, you can adjust your sound, your auto volume, your picture settings, picture modes for standard, soft, user, vivid, standard. Noise reduction, middle aspect ratio, and all that stuff. And where is the input button? There it is. So you got your input button, which will be handy. You got your ATSC, I like how it says ATSC, HDMI, USB card, and FM radio. Oh wow. Has an FM radio setting to it too. Look at that, an FM radio on this thing. That's cool. Connected my outdoor TV antenna to it. So it says no signal. A lot of people said my TV doesn't work. Well, you got to do a scan. I think it's the menu button. I'm guessing it's the menu button. Menu. So we do channel. I like auto scan. Are you sure to auto scan? Yes. So yes. There, it's doing it now. I could have done this earlier, but I didn't have the aerial hooked up, and basically would scan in. There, found one channel already. Found 7 channels. Is that 7%? Or found 9 programs. It probably will not find any NTSC. I don't think there's anything that's analog in my area anymore. So everything will be digital. Oh, cool. So like as it's going through the channels, it shows you the RF channel. I hope this graph's not saying that it's gonna go through analog. So right away, it does tell me it must have a really sensitive tuner, because it's picking up channels that my more sensitive tuner TVs will pick up. Like 52 channels, that's quite a lot. I remember I used to have like this one little portable TV. It was amazing for that. Oh yeah, it's doing analog. See that RF channel 1 through 13, and it's just doing its analog scan. But if you do have a analog modulator, you can always buy those. They're not that expensive, and you can make your own analog channels on UHF. I've done a video on that before.
Knock the rest of it down.
Yeah,
There, so it's scanned in channels. So there it goes. Now the screen, you're not looking directly at it. Brightness will change as it goes. Channel 3.1, which is FTA. Some of the channels I'm picking up, I can pick up 50, but it picked up the weak channels too. There's a wind reverse. I'm actually impressed though, because it's really bad weather today. Get charge. So this is telling me these aren't my regular channels that I just pick up off my antenna. So there we go. There's my modulator.
Good to see you too, Mama.
So there's an EPG button here.
That's my Aunt Charlotte, but we call the gravy.
And that's like the channel that has it. Yeah.
No burger. The 4x1 for women.
So it's kind of cool. It shows like 3 bars. It doesn't. It's not going to tell you like a barometer.
New York style pizza. The biggest.
There's bounce, Court TV. There's QVC. I'm not sure if it comes through, but yeah, the picture quality of QVC is always really pixelated in over the air.
Are you talking to someone for real, Daddy? Dad, are you talking to someone for real?
No, I'm just
Making a video.
Oh, I thought you were talking to someone.
Making a video. Showing the people on the internet how this little TV works. I guess what I want to look at here is, there you go. So it does show you the signal information thing, which is, for this TV, I'm looking forward to using it to aim an antenna. So this would be a handy feature, because I already got the channel scanned in, but I still would like to be able to see the signal. Now this is a really good. This is my most local channel, so it's gonna have really good picture quality. But let's go to one of the channels. Here's Comet. Okay, I'm gonna go with Comet. So see, it's breaking up there, but I do have an antenna mover. Signal information. DTV bad. Just says bad. So go to signal information. I got a little remote here for my HD 360 view thing there. I've had this thing for years. Kind of bouncing on me. There, I moved it back. Yeah, that's usually the best spot for this channel, because it's Syracuse, New York. It was pretty far. Oh, no, it went away. I hate that. Okay, I hate that it went away. Go back to signal information. So here it is. This is kind of not the most best signal, especially the weather today. And normally I don't get this channel all the time, but what I do like is this is how you can adjust the antenna. In my case, I just have this. Or if you're outside, you can just turn your antenna. If you got it on a pole, you just turn it and get it adjusted to the best signal quality. The coaxial cable, I just run it up through the tent under the mattress into the trailer to watch TV. So I got this Leadstar portable TV for my tent trailer, for other portable reasons as well. The over-the-air tuner in it is decent tuner. The only thing is it doesn't have, there's the buttons on the side here, which are okay. But I find I just rather navigate with using the remote. But I mean, if you lose the remote, which does happen for a lot of TVs, you can still maneuver. There's a ton of buttons here, and it's not too complicated to figure that out. It has a battery, so it's only plugged into the antenna right now. So it's really good if you're going out to adjust your antenna, if you have it on a pole, which I like to recommend. The screen quality, I gotta give you a heads up that the picture quality on the screen is not the greatest. I have used this as a computer monitor, and it doesn't give you the best view of the monitor. Actually, I find over-the-air TV actually works a little nicer. Other thing I really like about it is it has the inputs for HDMI. So, if, for example, I was doing home videos, and I was able to connect my camcorder up to this and play it for my kids. So you could use it as a monitor for viewing back your videos. It has an AV out, headphone jack. Has an AV in, so if you have an old game console and you want to connect it up to this, you can do that. It actually comes with the wire and adapter for that. It has a USB plug here if you have some storage drive, and it also has an SD card on the top here, which is for if playback some MP4 files. I think it might do MKV as well. I haven't really played around with that yet. It does have this little stand here. We'll count the days before this thing breaks off, which I think it will. Also, it has this thing here, this little hole here. I was actually able to put a tripod connected up to my tripod. Just have my tripod hold the TV up. If you want to use a tripod as a stand, you can. So yeah, you can use it as a video monitor. You can connect it up to a computer if you really want to. Why would anyone do that? Honestly, I have done this, and the reason why I've done that is just to play the video on one side and still have the full usable viewing of what I'm doing on my computer at the same time. So it's kind of a nice, mainly just for Netflixing and chilling, or YouTubing and chilling. Have the YouTube video on the side, or Rumble, whatever, and just watch a video on the screen, which is not the greatest, but it's just mainly following some news content or whatever, and then just being on. So anyway, that was my reason for doing that. I can find a lot of uses for this. I've been wanting to get one of these for a long time. The fact that it does run off a battery, which is really nice, I think it's good for if you're using it for a monitor to adjust your antenna. Another satellite nerd thing I was going to do is maybe at some time in this tent trailer, I'm going to set up a satellite dish and run it off of a satellite receiver like the GT Media or the Open Box, and basically use it as a tethering hotspot, and then use my phone to watch the satellite TV. But then you always got to go to the head end and go through this if you if the IP address changes or whatever. Kind of a satellite nerd thing, computer network to the satellite out off the grid scenario, which I'm actually going to do probably. The antenna, to connect the antenna up to it, I just had a little, it actually is pretty good for connecting any kind of antenna cable or whatever. It also will scan in clear QAM cable. So if you have a few channels, I'm not sure how the interface will do. It might say but 200 encrypted channels and then maybe 2 or 3 unencrypted, which kind of happens in my area. You got the local access channel and things like that that you'll be able to get on one of these using a clear QAM scan. It does not have ATSC 3.0. It does come with this tiny, teeny, itty bitty antenna, very, very, very thin wire. It does have a magnet, and you can plug that in and get very local channels. As I said, it's ATSC 1.0, so not 3.0. So probably if you're close enough to a 3.0, you could actually put this on the roof of your car. Maybe later models of this, they'll have that. And it has the little coax connector. Oh, yeah. Another thing I want to mention too is it has a power switch right there, but it also can be turned on and off on here. So there's 2 ways of turning it on and off. This is just so you don't kill your battery. It should be boot up now. You'll see the Leadstar boot up screen. Oh, there it is there. There's also the power button here. So there's 2 power buttons, so if it's not working for you, try and make sure it's on. So that's actually impressive. I'm able to pick up channel 11, CKWS in Kingston, with this little antenna. It's going to break up if I move the antenna. So there we go. We're able to get 1 channel with this little antenna. But I was able to get like 43 channels with the rooftop antenna, with an antenna up on about 15 feet of pole, just to get it higher elevated, and that worked a lot better. That is impressive. I'm impressed by this. Switch it over to PBS. There's the man, the legend, Bob Ross. And with this little antenna, I don't know if I lost him. Yeah, I lost him. I'm able to see Bob Ross with this little antenna. So I gotta give this thing some credit for its tuner sensitivity, because it's able to pick up with this little antenna. So the IR receiver, if you can see it right there on the monitor, it's right there. It's also where the light indicator is. And when it is charging, as it's charging, it will it will flash a red light, and when it's fully charged, the red light will become solid. And so it takes a couple hours, I think, to charge it. It only really runs off the battery for a couple hours, maybe not even quite 2 hours. Comes with a DC car adapter, so you can always plug that into a car and charge it up. It comes with this 3 RCA cable and a headphone jack. What this would be for is if you have an older DVD player, an old game system, and you plug that into there and run it to your DVD player, or a Nintendo Wii, a Atari 8-bit computer, an Amiga, whatever. So 2 things about the power supply. It does have the little LED light to indicate that it's plugged in, you got power, and it has this little light at the side here that flashes while it's charging, and when it's fully charged, it will just stay horizontal, stay solid, which means it will just be one red light when it's fully charged. And you will see a little indicator here on the upright screen when the low battery is. I don't see a setting anywhere in there to indicate whether, like, how much battery is left, but when it's getting weak, it will beep on you, and it will have like a little low battery light at the corner of the screen. So it also has a suction cup, the snap thing for the suction cup. Take this and spin this device and make sure it screws in. No, that's not going to stick to that. So if you don't want to smash your screen or your TV, I'm not sure if I recommend using this. I'm not going to use this. Is it decent enough? Like, am I impressed? Like, for it does have a battery. It has battery, plays videos. It's not a tablet. It looks like a tablet. My kids saw this. They thought it was a tablet. Thought it was a 10-inch tablet. It's a little thicker than your average 10-inch tablet. Decent, not super great, but if you just want like a small TV for on the go, or in a bedroom, or you're a truck driver and you want just a small TV to have in your truck that can just quickly scan in channels and watch some TV for a weather report or something like that. Usually you just use a radio, CB radios or whatever, but it's TV on the go. What am I going to do with this TV? Okay, let me tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to drive around my town with my brand new televis antenna, in the trunk of my car, and I'm going to set it up on a tripod, and I'm going to see what the best elevation area is to scan in channels. I'm going to go to the town next to me, near Ogdensburg, and do a scan there. I'm going to do some nerdy things with it. If I'm setting up a satellite receiver outside, I can have this monitor plugged in and view the signal quality and meter. So that's for setting up satellite dishes. It's kind of a nice thing for me. I don't even care if the picture quality's perfect or right on. I'm able to view it as a monitor. But the interesting story is I took this camping with me, and I didn't even really watch much TV. I scanned in to see what I can get. And by the time the news was on, I was busy with my kids, so I didn't even watch the news that night. Because that's pretty much the only thing I would really use a portable TV just to tune in the news, see what I'm able to get. There will be a link in the description of this video if you would like to look at one on Amazon or on eBay. That is a referral link that might give me a small commission. Thank you for watching this video to the end. Please give this video a like and some kind words in the comments. If you haven't already, please subscribe to all my social media and click on the bell to get notified when new videos are available. If you found these videos helpful or just enjoy them for the entertainment, please consider supporting this video work either with Patreon, PayPal donate. There is a link in the description of this video. Or you can click on the heart-shaped thanks button on this video and send funds to support these videos through there.